The Carnegie Elective Classification for Community Engagement is an elective classification given to universities for their institutional alignment, their institutional culture, and the policies and practices and the examples of community engaged programming and scholarship that they have.
What is so critically important is for us to understand the rich history and culture of the neighborhoods that we enter in DC, as well as the strengths and the assets. So I actually invite my students to do asset mapping, and they literally go around to different neighborhoods in Ward 7 and 8, because the course, Applied Health Equity, is specifically about the health of Black residents in Ward 7 and 8. And so I have 5 different community-based organizations that I partner with, where they go and they do an asset map around that particular organization. And they love it, I love it, because it really allows for them to enter these communities and pop what gets called the foggy bottom bubble, where they're entering communities not focusing on service, but entering communities to understand what works, right? Learning from CBOs that really are trying to advance health equity. So that's just one example of the ways that the community engaged courses that I teach really focus on health equity.
And when we talk about community engagement, we're really talking about mutually beneficial partnerships. So things that not only affect the ways in which we are helping community, but the ways in which community is having an impact on our university.
When I think about community, like, a community cannot be successful without reciprocity, and this is what the nature of our work has been, both professional and personal. Overall, it's like, how can we support one another? Like, where there are opportunities for this group or this individual to lend their skills and talents to this, and then where are the connecting points?
Every year, we have at least 400 students who are serving on a weekly basis in the District of Columbia. So that in itself, our students are getting to know the District of Columbia in a wide variety of ways. They get to know the national part of the city, but they also get to know the local part of the city.
There are many incredible stories that have come out of our collaborations with our community partners. One in particular, I would say, with our LAYC partner, has been our engagement with their summer youth employment program through the mayor's office with the DC government. And one of my favorite aspects of this has been not only the excitement I see from our fellows engaging during their summer months here in DC, but also the opportunities that have been opened up to these fellows after this project has ended. And by that I mean 2 of our fellows have been able to not only conduct their practicum, which is required for their graduation degree, or their graduation, but also have been able to continue on their partnership with LAYC after their time with the Urban Health Fellowship Program.
One of the things I think is very exciting about a GW education is that students have the opportunity to serve in communities that someday they may make policy about. And then they can make that policy while they're here at GW as well. So they can tutor, mentor, develop strategic plans for environmental organizations, and working in some disadvantaged communities or some middle-class communities, and then they can spend another semester or another year serving, making policy in a federal agency or a nonprofit organization about those same issues, and have a much better on-the-ground understanding in addition to their theoretical understanding.
I believe it's important for a community that oftentimes doesn't get outside of their boundaries, to be able to see different tools and different resources that might be used, in academic papers, that might be used for policy, so that they can understand how policy is made, and it can give those community members a voice to be advocates for themselves.
And our students are learning so much from both the residents and the leaders of those organizations, and developing their skills and their knowledge. so many of our students write their theses about and with organizations in this region, and they go on to look at careers that are influenced by the community organizations that we work with.